I keep trying to film this update video, and every time 10,000 other things happen in the time it takes to edit it and post it, and then the information is no longer relevant. That's why you haven't seen me much this month. I made the mistake. Never have I ever said, I think it's gonna be a good year this year. But you know what I said this year? I said, I feel like it's gonna be a good year this year. And then it heard me and it ran with that real fast. So that's on me. I felt like you guys needed an update of all that's going on. So here is a crash course of everything that is happening while I regroup and gather myself and hopefully can start making more content soon. I have a lot of old videos and a lot of things that have not yet been posted that are now a little too late, but I might still post those. So if it seems a little bit odd, that's because I'm a little bit nutso right now and I couldn't keep up. Anyways, life came at me from every single angle this month. I mean, every single one of them. I'm not gonna get into all of that. I'm just gonna get into what you guys see here. But just know that that's why I'm a little bit cuckoo bananas right now. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Let's just start like beginning to end, sort of. Skipping over some major key components that were absolutely life-altering. That was from my personal life, so we don't need to address that. Moving on. So, start of the month, we had some bank hacking. And that's to put it real simply, okay? We think it was like an insider thing at this point with the bank. We had to close and reopen accounts so many times. And finally, it was like really looking suspicious and we're like, we no longer trust this bank. And so we left the bank and finally we're at a new bank and awaiting our cards. So the entire month of January, we didn't have any access to the rescue funding. And if you don't know, there's like 37 animals that eat every day. And of course, what kind of year would it be if we didn't have an emergency whilst not having access to that funding? But there has been too much going on for me to even be able to adequately post updates and fundraise. For the month of January, we just like absolutely drained all the resources. And now we are running on empty. But it's okay. It's fine. We'll be good. We'll be great. And then we finally just filed the name change. So that's a big ordeal that's happening right now, and we'll be rebranding. So speaking of, we are looking for a website designer, preferably somebody local, because I would like to learn how to kind of like upkeep some of it if possible. I will announce the name change when we have a new logo and all of that ready to like be announced. I probably will tell my patrons, but other than that, Posey, say hi, say hello. There were, on a sadder note, 2 animal deaths this month, which was a personal pet that you guys don't know, so you don't need to be worried. I'm okay, kind of. That's another reason I've been slow. And then we thought that we were just about to get into a facility, like all was looking good except for the fact that we didn't have any of our funding. But we thought it was finally gonna happen, and last minute it fell through. So sadly, don't have that quite yet, but that was like a huge focus for us in January and took a lot of my attention. Still really hopeful by April, but we're not going to force it either. It needs to just be right and happen naturally. It fell through at an appointment that I had with Rafiki, my personal dog, where we are trying to figure out a brand new medical anomaly. So that's taking a little bit of a toll on me. Why do I expect anything less anymore? I mean, duh. Why would it be normal? As far as updates on everybody, Dobby, flawless chicken, okay? He is doing so good. Not quite peeing, but we started a new medication and he's still getting his therapies every single day. We're driving back and forth to all those. And we are also working on my hands while I'm there. And you guys, nothing has ever helped my hands. I will be looking into purchasing an Oculoscope machine to be able to work on the animals and preserve my hands to be able to continue what I do with the animals. So that's been huge. And it's made huge strides with Dobby too. Like, we're not peeing yet, but the improvement is noticeable and absolutely there. Like how his body has changed, his bladder has changed, his stance, it's like he knows he's peeing. So we started the new medication up again. And we're gonna see where everything goes. Weirdly enough, I've never thought to do this alongside them. I don't know why I've never thought to do it, but nothing has ever helped. And now it's like I'm feeling what they're feeling when they're going through this therapy. And I'm really blown away by the fact that my hands, they're not like perfect, but they're they're operating to a degree again, and if I talk too much about it, I'm gonna get emotional. Oopsie and Daisy are still looking for a home. This is what I was worried about, and they're the loveliest, oh my god, are they lovey and still insane. But they just, like, you wake up in the morning and they are just like rolling on your face and just kissing you and so happy that you're awake in there, and they're just the sweetest cats. But they're still looking for a home. Maisie is still looking for a home, and I do need to touch base on that because Junie did find a home, and I know a lot of you guys, and I did too, wanted them to go together. But the thing is, as much as they loved each other and as much as I wanted them to go together, they weren't truly bonded to one another. So they just liked other cats in general. Really, what Junie needed was another cat, and what Maisie needed was another cat. It didn't have to be each other as much as I would have wanted them to go together. So Junie ended up finding a home with a prior adopter of ours, and so she's now with another one of our cats and just in love with them and doing so amazing. And I will do an adoption post for her when I get there, but sadly now just Maisie is still looking for her home, and she's about to be a year old, as well as a lot of other kitties that have grown up in our care over 2023. A lot of them just turned 1 and they came to us really young. So that's another thing that's been going on, is we really would like to find them all homes. And so I'm trying not to take anything while we are dealing with trying to get a facility, trying to finish the birdhouse here because it's still not quite done, but it's really close. We gotta finish this up, move our way into a facility, trying to get our social media in order for you guys so that you have the updates that you regularly normally have, and then also keeps us staying afloat as far as funding and whatnot. And yeah, just basically getting some things in order so that I can do this, because I do enjoy this. The problem is I just have not had time. So hopefully things get a little more like put together, and hopefully by April we are moving into a place. I will also see you guys at the Cheer Choice Awards in April. I think that's it. I'm sure I'm missing like absolutely jaw-dropping information, but I just wanted you guys to know I'm alive and that we still appreciate your support even when I'm drowning a little bit. This is me just coming up for surface, just a smidge, just to say I'll be right back. Hold up real quick one more time. Okay, I gotta go figure out taxes. Bye.